right, welcome back, everyone. Glad to be back. I'll keep it quick. Thank you. I mean, it's funny. I got a ton of messages. Everyone, I mean, a lot of people just wondered where I was. A lot of people were concerned. Thank you for the concern. I guess I'm proud of the fact that I don't show up, once in 6 months and people are like worried, what happened? Is Tim in a coma somewhere? So I appreciate that. That being said, my power and internet went out at like 7:30 a.m. yesterday. Something happened out on the pole. So I didn't really have any time to notify anybody. And, keep in mind also, I appreciate the suggestions. Okay. But I do have a generator, but the problem is, the internet and my power are on the same pole. So even though I got a generator, I don't have internet. Next thing, again, I appreciate the suggestions of tethering. I got a lot of those, but also understand, remember, I'm streaming to 5 networks, okay? That ain't feasible, tethering on an iPhone. Okay, it's just not gonna work. Okay, so again, I appreciate the suggestions, I do, but just know I'm a tech savvy guy. I used to own a technology company. I do the very best I can. But when my pole gets taken out, you got there's only, and I don't have any time to go anywhere. It is just know if I'm not here, there's it's not because I slept in. It's not because I'm some hungover short seller, I'm not some short seller that was short CLOV and drank 2 bottles of Jack Daniels on Sunday night and couldn't get up in time to stream. So, that being said, let's get to work. Again, thank you for all the well wishes. Speaking of CLOV, this is that SPAC. It's a Chamath play. There's like 15 different hit pieces on this. It's like a perfect recipe. I mean, it's kind of low float. I mean, 80 million float, already traded 30 million shares. This is, and I know I rant about this so much and you guys are probably so sick of this, but I love the short seller hit pieces because like half of them are like they got like a cartoon character for their avatar. They got some made up name. You don't even know who these people are, but they put out these hit pieces like they're some sort of, hardcore research expert. Meanwhile, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, 84_5. And people listen to Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck _5. Anyway, love this as a dip and rip. We're basically approaching all-time highs, right? Yeah. I mean, here we go. I mean, at this point, when and if this breaks all-time highs, everybody's green. Well, but the shorts, okay? So now you've got people that bought when this first started trading, people that tried dip buying, people that bought the breakout last night. I mean, once this breaks 17, everybody that's been holding CLOV is green. The party's back on, man. Excuse me. Everybody's going to be celebrating. Everybody's going to be happy. What are your 2 plans? I already got it wrote down. Most of you probably know. Let this set the top in pre. Look for entries on the high of day. Standard dip and rip for a high volume short squeeze. Otherwise, if it hugs VWAP, we're looking for those breakouts above VWAP into the afternoon. That is a close, probably my number 1 at this point. So let's get some questions. Let's move on. So, what do you think about WPG? Asked Steve. Washington Prime Group, a REIT. So REITs aren't hot. Stock's just been stuck sideways. Shopping malls? Seriously? Oh. No. Please avoid shopping malls. Oh my God. And it's just a sideways chart. Oh my. I'm going to have to take a shower after this. Please don't bring up shopping mall REITs. They're all going out of business. They're all going to get turned into like factories. Okay, every shopping mall will end up being like some small manufacturing plant over time. They're all going away. Ugh. Ooh. Next. Ooh, now this looks interesting. Oil and gas. I don't see any news. 52-week high. Or close to a 52-week high. So I'm very bullish oil and gas. I like the move. The only thing I'll caution you on, anything look familiar? You know. So this isn't a bash on Next. Oil and gas has been pretty hot, but I mean, you guys know what we say. History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. And since September, this has spiked and failed 4 times. Does today change that? Well, maybe. I mean, maybe if it gets over 5. So that's what I would say on Next. I would not be in any hurry because of the fact. I mean, to me, and I know most of you guys are new, that's why you're here, but to me, the chart just tells me that I want to avoid this in the morning because 4 times in the last year, spiked and failed. So that being said, afternoon only. WPG, EU, Next, history of one and dones, afternoon only in my opinion. CBYI, what is that? CBYI. No OTC, no volume. So, too illiquid, and it didn't close at 52. So, this is not what you look for in an OTC gapper. Look for better OTCs than that. S-Cell and Plug, all the EV battery type stuff is back. How's Plug doing this morning? Probably following. Yeah, same chart. So, F-Cell and Plug are basically the same thing. They're both fuel cell plays. They both had a great day yesterday. Pretty standard approaches to these. Look for a pull to VWAP for support. You can trade dip and rips. You can trade afternoon VWAP holds. But yeah, Plug and F-Cell definitely in play. Just use the patterns from the ebook. These are all use all top 5 favorite patterns on this. Really, break of yesterday's highs. Well, it's already above that. But, again, dip and rips, VWAP bounces, red to green or green to red bounces. Wait for it to consolidate and then perk into the afternoon. But yes, love Plug and F-Cell as day trade ideas. PRTA looks primed. Prothena. Nice breakout, but man, so here's my opinion on this thing. Just not enough volume. So I will say this to GB. So GB, I like that you found this is a beautiful chart. Look at when this thing consolidates and then break. Look at that rip, consolidates, breaks here back in, a couple weeks ago, consolidates, breaks again. So I love the chart. It's just, I think it's too illiquid. And listen, I know you might only be trading a few hundred shares, but when this thing's barely trading on that breakout, it's just, I don't think you have enough liquidity. So I'll give you thumbs up for the chart, but look for, back to CLOV. And I'm not saying CLOV's got to be your idea, but here we are at 8:39 a.m. and it's traded 30 million shares. You can trade any size on CLOV. Listen, you could trade 100,000 shares of CLOV and get in and out, no problem. And at any time. The thing with it's just so, and here, I know I talk about this a lot, but if you've ever been stuck in an illiquid stock, you'll know what I mean. It sucks. when you're waiting like 10 minutes to get out and you guys keep lowering your order because you can't get filled. I mean, liquid stocks if you're day trading, all right? So, but a beautiful chart. LEDS, woo! From the weekend watch list. Beautiful. We got kind of a double top at 28.50. So afternoon breaks of 28.50. The squeeze is back on. That's kind of where it topped on Friday, kind of topped there yesterday. And right here we are consolidating at VWAP. This is my number 2. Thank you for this. Number 2 behind CLOV. Afternoon breaks of 28.50 resistance. All right, one more, and then I got to run. Matt Monaco asks about AMC. Matt, I'm sure Matt has just jumped on here to give me a hard time. I love my boy Matt. So, what I would say on AMC, I would look at that break of 60, ideally into the afternoon. I mean, this thing is just like yesterday was just what we call collecting shorts. It's like, I always cue up the Rick James, the Dave Chappelle is Rick James, and I think this all that was yesterday. It'd spike, it'd pull back, everyone's like, oh, here it is. This is the time. AMC's going to get destroyed. Then it grinds back up midday. Then you got that look at that big candle at 2 p.m. Look at that move at 2 p.m. It's trying to break. And everyone's like, here we go. Then you get that slam back. I think all those big candles pullbacks just suckered in more shorts. And what are they going to do if 60 breaks? If they're smart, they'll get the hell out. Now, we also know it's 2021, and there are no dumber people on the planet than people that are shorting meme stocks. So 60 break, love it. And then probably risk. Now remember, the $60 stock, so you got to give it a little bit of range. Make sure you're sized appropriately. But if you risk VWAP right now, risk 58. So you're risking $2 a share on a $60 stock for the potential of that this could do anything. I like your risk to reward. So, AMC, 60 breaks, risk on current VWAP, 58. Ideally afternoon, okay? Because I don't have a lot of time to explain this afternoon fixation, okay? But if you've been around, what I want to see, I want it to kind of keep, trending lower. I want the shorts to add, okay? I want them to build their confidence. I want it to torture them through the middle of the day. Then that afternoon break is even more powerful. Understand that? I just want to torture them. I want them getting waterboarded for 6 hours. Then 2:30, it breaks 60, and they're like, I'm done. Get me out. Market buy. So that's the fixation with afternoon on heavily shorted stocks. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Again, I would like to thank, again, so many of you emailed me, DM'd me, asking if everything was all right. Again, it makes me proud that, I may be old, slow, and dangerous behind the wheel of an automobile, but I can grind. And I appreciate all of you were freaking out because you thought I was in a coma or something. So, all right, have a great day, and we will hopefully see you in the Steady Trade team. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow.